Pure copper prices in Pakistan are consistently high, which indirectly causes local copper wire prices to keep rising. To enable the people of Pakistan to buy affordable copper wire, this small workshop in Peshawar uses large quantities of recycled scrap wires and cables to produce its own highly cost-effective pure copper wire. No matter how thick the cable, the craftsmen feed it directly into this heirloom stripping machine. As the machine starts, 2 slits are instantly cut into the cable jacket. Next, the workers quickly strip the jacket, perfectly separating the copper wire inside. Nothing is wasted. Pure profit. After stripping the cables, the next step is the smelting process. The craftsman puts 500 grams of copper wire into the furnace. The bright yellow copper looks even more brilliant than gold. Copper melts at over 1000 degrees, but these craftsmen's oil furnace handles it easily. The red fuel line's nozzle shows its intense flame. While the furnace is smelting, the craftsman starts making a sand mold for casting copper bricks. They just need to fill the sandbox and pair it with a simple wooden board, and a basic paring channel is complete. Next, the molten copper is poured into the mold, emitting a faint green glow at high temperatures. To absorb impurities from the copper, the craftsmen also add a small amount of borax to the molten copper. After cooling, the copper brick still maintains its bright yellow color. Next, the copper brick is sent back into the furnace for heating. The craftsmen's tools are also very simple. They rely entirely on a 5-meter-long iron rod to complete the operation. After it's heated, the craftsman removes the copper block with an iron plate. This step makes the copper more dull. Definitely unsafe. Then, the copper block is fed into a rolling mill, where it is gradually thinned by being pressed back and forth. The 2 craftsmen below coordinate to pass the plate, while the craftsman above adjusts the gap on the rolling mill to ensure the final copper plate is 2 millimeters thick. Next, the copper plate is sent back into the furnace for heating in preparation for secondary processing. The heated copper is extremely soft, requiring 2 men to handle it to prevent warping. For severely curled areas, the craftsman also uses a car axle to hammer them flat. Afterward, these copper plates are transported to the next workshop. Because the copper plates are valuable, the craftsman unloads them with extra care. After a technical inspection, they're sent into the workshop. Here, they double-check the quantity. The Pakistani craftsmen are always rigorous and serious when doing business. So, how do they turn these copper plates into copper wire? Compared to advanced manufacturing processes, this workshop's techniques are much more primitive. The craftsman places the copper plate on a cutting machine, first cutting off the excess parts to make it a perfect circle. Then, a 2-millimeter thick strip is cut from it and mounted onto a take-up reel. A wooden board is installed as a baffle, and then the cutting machine can be started. The upper and lower blades act like scissors, precisely cutting a uniform copper strip. Although the cut copper strip is still a bit rough, the next steps will completely transform it. The copper strip is mounted onto the payoff reel and then fed into the wire drawing machine. The drawing machine starts, and the wire slowly enters the die, gradually becoming thinner. Without a continuous wire drawing machine, a craftsman manually feeds copper wire into different drawing machines to make fine copper wire. This is the final and most crucial step of the wire drawing operation. If anyone knows about this machine, feel free to explain it to everyone. This machine can produce fine copper wire that is only a few tenths of a millimeter thick. This finished wire is not the final product, so there is no formal packaging process here. The craftsman tightly winds the copper wire by hand, providing high-quality raw material for making either electrical or enameled wires later. So, what do you all think of the copper wire made by this small workshop?